and welcome to another episode of The Love Experiment. I am hugely interested in the power of love to change everything, however impossible that looks in the world that we're living in. This series is, every episode is like a retreat for your mind, and I'm going to be reminding you of the truth of who you are and the fact that the power behind life has our back and we are secure in our future. So today's episode is entitled Conversations with God, because having conversations with God is one of my favourite pastimes. And I have a question for you. Do you speak to God? Have you ever heard God speaking to you? And if you've never heard God speaking to you, would you like to have that experience? Because as I said, it's one of my favourite pastimes. I love doing it. So let's dive in a little bit more deeply and explore that a bit. So what does it mean? Very often when I am working with my clients, in the arena that I work, we often refer to God as maybe mind or the universe or the allness of everything. There are many names for God. And often I see the word that potentially is used for God speaking to us, for hearing from this intelligence, is wisdom. And when I'm working with my clients, very often a question I get asked is, how do I know if something is wisdom or if it is just my ego and I'm going off on a tangent somewhere? How can I know that? And that is a really, really, really good question. And it was a question that I used to really struggle with. How can I tell the difference between my wisdom, the voice inside my head that I should follow, if you like, and the voice inside my head that I shouldn't? Because one of the things that I've really seen is we live in a world of duality, but the deeper truth is there is oneness here. There is only one being. So the voice inside your head can be the same voice. It can definitely the voice that tries to lead me into temptation, the voice that tries to pull me down and get me to not believe in myself and not do things that I know in my heart I want to do, is the same voice that is God, the God voice that speaks to me. There is only one source here. So mind or God or the allness of everything is the one source of all. It kills, it makes alive, it wounds, it heals. There is not more than one source. There is one God, not millions and millions of different ones, or even two. There is no such thing as two. So although we are here having an experience of separation, the deeper truth of this is there is only oneness. So the voice inside your head can sound the same. So how do we know? How do we define this? So one of the things that I have really seen is knowing who we are is really key in this. Knowing our part in this. Knowing that we have an identity, if you like, in God, something I like to call a God entity. So there is oneness here, there is one being, we are a part of the whole, an integral part of the whole, and we cannot be separated from God. Equally, we are human. We have this human aspect to us. We have a uniqueness to us. Each and every one of us is absolutely unique in who we are. So we have our oneness and then our uniqueness. And to me, that is our God entity. We each have our personal God entity, that part of us that makes us unique, that makes you, and me, me. And somewhere within us, we know that. So looking within ourselves and asking questions. And this to me is when God, this intelligence, speaks to us, when we ask. Questions can't be answered if they are not asked. And that was something that I have really learned too. Even this question, when I was asking the question, how do I know when I am listening to my wisdom God, and how do I know when it is my ego trying to take me off somewhere? And when we ask, the answers are given, and the answers are given in many, many different ways. Maybe you've asked something and one of my videos has popped up and it has been, whoa, that's really weird. The exact answer that I was looking for to the question that I asked. God, this intelligence, speaks to us in many, many different ways. So what I have seen is when I asked that question, when I asked inside myself, how will I know the difference? And I kind of already knew this because I'd heard it, but when I heard it from within me, it was easier to listen to and understand. It was the feeling. The feeling is key. So when God, when truth, when we are going in the right direction, if you like, when that is going on inside us, it always comes with a good feeling. It always lifts us. The minute we have a voice inside our head that is not a good energy, the way that I like to think about it is the feeling for me comes in different ways. And what I know is it's not about the details of what's going on in my head. It's not about what my thinking is telling me, like, oh, that person did something horrible to you. But you can see in my energy there, it's me. It's not the content of it that matters. The content is irrelevant. It is the feeling. So God never speaks to us with me energy. That's not the intelligence behind life. That is the possibility that exists in us to get things wrong. And I'll share a quick analogy about why we have that. Very often that's another question I'm asked, why can we get it wrong? Why can people be hurt? Why can these terrible things, why do bad things happen to good people? And the reason is because we are here having a human experience of duality. And to have that experience, to fall into the illusion that there is more than one, there are many amazing things about being human. And this is a great analogy to illustrate the point. So we have a number system and it is brilliant. Maths are fantastic. The things that they allow us to do, the things that maths open up to us is amazing. And numbers are not my thing and I'm not great at maths, but I can really see this. So if in our number system we add 6 and 6 together and get the answer 12, we have got the correct answer. But as part of our number system and part of our free will, we will always have the opportunity to add 6 and 6 together and get the answer wrong, to get 13. And if the only way that we could prevent us being able to get that sum wrong is to remove the number 13 from our number system. Now, what happens when you remove the number 13 from our number system? The entire system collapses. It can no longer work. So the ability to get that sum wrong has to exist for us to have the ability to get it right. And that's our free will. So the ability to hear God, to know the truth, to know ourselves, to feel good, to feel joy, for that ability to exist, if we were to eliminate even one of the abilities to get this wrong, to feel bad, to go in the wrong direction, if we were to eliminate the tiniest bit of that, the whole system would collapse. So the ability to think against ourselves, the ability to go in the wrong direction, the ability to hurt ourselves has to exist for us to be able to hear wisdom, to know wisdom, to interpret the wisdom and go in the right direction. It has to be a choice. It has to be free will for the way that this works. So, but we have a foolproof system within us that will tell us, like if we are in school and we add a 6 and 6 together and we get 13, we get a red pen mark, or certainly in my day, you got a red pen mark through it. And this told you that you'd got that wrong, and relook at it, have a look at, check your workings out, where did you go wrong? We have a foolproof system within us. When we are thinking against ourselves, when we are listening to our ego, when we are going off on a tangent, it does not feel good. And the more that we know ourselves, the more we get to discern these feelings, we can absolutely trust this system. As I said, I can trust not the details. And as human beings, we are so enamored with the details of he said, she said, we did, they did, I did, all of that. We try to find the answers in that. The answers do not exist there. The answers exist in knowing yourself well enough. If you are repeating something that has happened, if you're talking about it, noticing the energy. Is it energy of any description? Is it fear-based, or is it joy and love? And the feeling will guide you. The feeling will tell you whether you are moving in the direction of love, God, goodness, freedom, or whether you are stuck in a fear-based paradigm, whether you are headed in the wrong direction. And like a red pen mark through your maths homework, you get to look again and to re-choose. Because when we are not in fear, there is no problem with making a mistake and just looking again and doing again. Before I go, I want to remind you of your connection to this intelligence. The fact that we can know these things and understand these things, the fact that we can ask these questions, and when we put these questions out there, they get answered. It blows my mind, and there is so much more to be explored in this. So I'm going to invite you to look at the show notes. If there is anything there that you're interested in exploring this with me more deeply, I would love to do that with you. I always love your comments. I always love to know what's going on when you watch these videos. So thank you very much for still being here. I'll be back again soon with another one. Take care. Have an amazing day. I will see you soon. Bye for now. Oh, and have those conversations with God. There's much more to share on that too. Bye for now.